I'd like to call the Ayer Board of Health meeting to order. It's Monday, January 14th, 2019. I get used to saying that, 2019. Call to order, public input. No public input. Next thing on the agenda is the emergency condemnation hearing for 9 Mechanic Street. And let's see.
Madam Chair, could I ask Bridget, this is the
Here we are.
second time with this same person. Could you update me from what happened the last time? I remember she was there, and it seems to me it was like 2012, 2013. I don't remember why we were up there other than she was living there with a child that was 2 or 3 years old and had space heaters. There was no central heating. I don't remember what happened after that. Now I understand this is the same tenant?
Yes.
Living in the same place. We have no idea. Has she been living there all along after that last time?
That is my understanding, yes. We did an inspection, it looks like in 2013.
Right.
And then we followed up because there was some issues with heat. And generally the tenant will contact us back after 30 days. And we did not hear back from her for reinspection. We assumed she was out, and we had, it doesn't look like we had any contact with the landlord or any success serving her.
Thank you.
So she appears to be missing.
So what?
So we were contacted by the tenant again
Okay, all right.
last week to do an inspection. The situation at the house got worse. The heat issue, there's still no heat. They're using space heaters, but there's a leak in the house in the plumbing. So essentially the kitchen floor is completely saturated and coming up. I don't know how long it's been leaking, but the inspection report is enclosed. There are some electrical issues as well. No smokes, no CO2 detectors. Issues with the means of egress. So essentially, we made the determination that the house needed to be condemned. Let the tenant know she was served.
Okay.
And we have not had any luck finding the landlord. So still, we did notify the bank.
I bet the bank is out of state.
Delaware, I believe.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
Is this common? Does this happen a lot?
Yes.
Yep.
So,
there's an agent working for the bank. He was notified and sent a copy of the final letter, and he has not responded. So,
Bridget, well, you've already mentioned most of these violations. Do I still address this?
Yes.
The whole thing?
I wish you would.
Yes.
I would
So-
just read them.
Okay, so it's to be clear, it's 9 Mechanic Street,
The second floor.
second floor, where all these violations are. As Ms. Braley just noted, no heat, space heaters. Light in the bathroom isn't working. The electrical outlet covers are missing. Bathroom vent is not operational. Leaks under the kitchen sink. Leak saturating the floor, as you mentioned. The ceiling height says 6'8" to 6'9". Is that?
It should be 7 feet. If
okay.
the owner wanted to come in and get a variance for that, that would be possible.
Egress obstruction, that means that everything's blocked with piles of clothing. Locks are broken, owner's name is not posted. Smoke detect, no smoke or carbon monoxide alarms. Bathroom door in disrepair. Rotting wood around the exterior of the home, broken siding around the exterior, and the fire escape is in disrepair. Storm windows are missing, and the lead paint violations due to the age of the house, I'm sure. Trash out in front of the house needs to be disposed of properly. Therefore, that is why we have called this emergency meeting.
Are the asterisks, Bridget, the like critical
Yes.
ones?
Yeah.
So, through you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
So may I ask, is there a tenant on the first floor?
As far as I know, yes. But he has not contacted us, and I can't say for sure whether or not that's an accurate statement. But
Okay.
I believe so.
So my concern would be if there was water upstairs, did that drip down in what is the first floor look like? But we haven't heard from anybody, but that would be a natural thing, I would think, if there was a leak. I mean, this is what we've had in the past. Somebody has a leak upstairs, the next thing you know, downstairs, they've got water dripping through the ceiling and everything. That's
So-
kind of natural.
Right. I mean, we would expect to be hearing from him. But again, since there is, the owner does appear to have walked from the property several years ago. So we just have not had any success in finding this person. So we're working on it. And the
So
bank.
this only applies to that second.
The second floor unit.
Yeah.
At this time, the second floor
Structure.
unit.
Now, there's more than the one child that there was originally. There's another smaller child living in this mess?
Yes.
And she is pregnant again.
That is my understanding.
Yeah.
These are
Awful
Yeah,
conditions.
these aren't school-age children, though.
Oh, the older one is.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Because she had, the older one was 2 or 3 years old when you were there in 2013. That I remember that incident.
Okay, well, that is not our, right now. So we need to vote on this
Yes.
to condemn
Yes.
due to the numerous violations. I am confused though a little bit because we're not condemning a total property, it's just.
So we're just condemning
Just
the unit, the
unit?
second floor unit of 9 Mechanic Street.
Okay. So, I make a motion to
Well-
condemn.
Hang on just a minute, just let me make sure I've got everything here. So is she out of there, out of that?
It is my understanding that she has received alternate housing
Okay.
at this point. She is somewhere there. There is a boyfriend that's living there. I think he might need another day or two. And by the time we get notification and we're able to get somebody to come and secure the house, he should be out of the house. That will be determined at the time that we.
Okay. And that's all in the process, and
Yep.
it's something that's
Yeah, he's
normally-
aware.
normally done when this happens.
Yes, and we are working to make sure that they get alternative housing, so.
So how will that transpire when you say you secure it? Who exactly does that?
I'm gonna work with Charlie Schultz
That's
to,
what I, yeah.
So there is a process that you usually do that.
usually it's
Take-
the bank, that might make this, that's why it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. We haven't had a response yet, so. Once we have a little bit more information, you know, hopefully they're responsible as the, holder of the mortgage, but
Dare I ask, has the bank been paying the taxes here to the town, do you know? Or-
it's my understanding that they have,
Okay.
yes.
All right, then, any more questions?
That's what I was going to ask. Anybody have any more questions
I
before
was
we
gonna
decide?
make
Go ahead, Mary.
Yeah. So, you all set, Pam?
I am all set.
Yep.
Okay, I will make a motion that we do an emergency condemnation order of 9 Mechanic Street, the second floor unit.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's too bad. Well, I'm glad everybody's safe, especially with our kids involved. I'm glad that they're not,
Yeah.
that they're out of there and they're not cold. It's just, especially this time of year, now that we've really gotten it.
Space heaters and no smoke.
I know, that's just,
Ugh.
For
that's,
9 years,
that's an accident waiting to
9.
happen in a
It
place like
is.
that, really.
just about,
Yeah, okay.
6, 7 years, I guess.
All right, thank you,
You're
Bridget,
welcome.
so much.
Anything else that you
Do
want?
you want me to
Yeah.
stay for these?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Be helpful. All right, so now we're just going to review and approve our minutes from December 10th. It seems
If
like it's
you
been-
want to do the other thing, we can
You want to
do
move,
the.
we can do that.
We can go
move that-
through the other stuff and do the minutes afterwards,
Sure,
as long
that's
as
Yeah,
you're
because-
here, Bridget, so I don't want to keep you any longer.
That's a great suggestion, Mary, because I don't want to keep you any longer than we have to, too.
Is there, can I actually get another copy of the agenda?
Right here.
Thank you.
So, let's see.
Is this your copy? Is it all right to mark that up?
Oh, yeah, I have a copy. Okay.
Let's see. All right. First, it says continuing review of current Board of Health regulations. First on the list is the regulations governing the keeping of animals in fowl. And we did receive notice from Town Council. They reviewed them and came back with the, let me see.
Which is the ones that he just, is this the one that you just
It's
gave me?
that's the
The one that
regulation.
you just reviewed.
Yes, but I was referring to an email from the town administrator and town council that they had also reviewed it and sent back.
Okay, all right, I got,
I printed out
I've got
that.
Yeah.
something here.
Is it in mail?
I got it
Is
right
in
here.
mail folder?
Mary, I think I passed it down.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to share that, whichever part Mary refers to that, go ahead. This is
Okay, now how do we know which ones he's, oh, I see, what's in light italics? Is that lighter? Oh, how do you know which changes he's made?
So, referring to this, you mean?
No, on the animal, the regs, what
Right,
are the
this is,
changes?
there really weren't that, the changes were on the ones that Pam had highlighted earlier. but
Yeah,
no-
it looks, Mary, like there's a lot of changes because stuff got moved from
but
one
not-
place to another.
You know what,
Totally
there's
changed.
2 copies. We have 2 copies
Right,
of
right
this. Yeah.
The ones that have been crossed, those were the ones that we discussed at the last.
But are these the ones that he has approved or changed, or what is this? This is very difficult to
Yeah,
find
there's
out.
2. There's the original ones,
Mhm.
and then there's the ones that I got from Pam, and I didn't even think about it till now. I just,
I think what happened
there's
was,
the ones with Pam should have lines of here across.
So I have the ones
Here.
from him
right
today,
here,
Because they have
but
the correction marks.
the problem is it
They're
looks
correct.
better on the computer because you can see red and green.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So-
And then it,
yes,
yeah,
Madam
please,
Chair,
Mr. Pompeo.
if you give me
come on.
6 minutes.
Yes.
Let me print 5 copies out in color. Maybe that will
Oh.
help.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank
I'll be
you.
right back.
Oh, okay.
Because like, this does
Love.
show,
When we,
It's really hard,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one is,
Yeah.
yeah, this one is high.
but I don't think that he made many changes at all. So like I think we
Can I
talked
see
about
that email,
this
Mary?
And I
at
have-
the
Yeah, we talked about the changes that we made were pretty minimal, and I haven't been able to get
So
my
it went
email
from-
for a week.
I know, so it went from the Department of
Don't take that
Agriculture
away,
first,
'cause I-
Yeah.
then to them.
You gave me
And I
that
don't think there are
copy.
many,
That's the,
Town
yeah, that was
Right.
the one that
Okay.
I don't
was.
think
But
there
there
were
are
many.
there's a couple of.
they're minor,
things.
like.
Okay.
But it
very-
did say on this thread that they were reviewed by town council.
Right.
Okay, good.
They've
Yeah.
used the track changes in the attached document regarding.
Oh, perfect, okay.
So,
But if Robert gives us that, I'll be
Yep.
able to
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
it
that
a
would-
little better.
Yeah, would help, yeah. That would definitely
so they were
You know,
reviewed.
I printed those out, I didn't even think about it.
I
Well,
don't
we
even have a
weren't,
color printer at work, so I
I
was
don't.
looking at them online.
Yeah, I don't have.
but we weren't looking at them either, Jane, when you just suggested, which was a great idea to print them out, but they had
Yeah.
the lines.
Yeah.
But anyways, I should have printed more copies of the email, but it does say they were reviewed by town council, and they've used the track changes to the attached document, so,
good.
all right. Yeah, a little hard to read, but we pretty much know what we talked about and what.
Well, but
Yeah.
we've had so many conversations that I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
We've been discussing these for too long.
Mhm.
Let's see, I think these are probably my original ones I have here, which
I
are,
think the first change, or the thing that had just been moved, was on page 4, having to do with the permits. You'll notice that had been moved or changed.
like I said, we've had 2 or 3 different discussions and corrections and all that, so.
Right. So those were we're doing
We're doing
the animals fouled, and then the aquifer protection, we were gonna revisit that regulation, and then
Yeah.
the well moratorium would be the third.
Well, the well moratorium stays, I mean, we're not
Right.
changing.
No, we're
Right,
not.
so that's just
We're
gonna
not,
be,
yeah,
it's just, we have a hard copy
That goes
of it.
on forever.
Yep,
But we could do the, like you've done in the past, adopted on, reviewed with no changes.
Yeah.
So-
that
I've got
was-
those review sheets in there.
yep.
Okay.
If we could with the aquifer protection, can you
Yes.
give me just until the next meeting? I do want to talk to council about that. I think I told you, I have been swamped with the new food code.
Yes.
And then we
right,
so,
right, yeah.
That in itself has been a learning experience.
Say
So there's new
that.
forms in there for you too, just on a side note, you'll see the first inspection.
Did you have to start January 1st?
No, they changed the regs and they didn't really tell us, so then we had to have new forms printed, and
Great.
it's just been going through, it's like 250 pages.
So when do you have to?
It's in effect now, so
Yeah,
we're,
okay, got
but
it.
now we have new forms,
Yeah, I see.
and it just, I don't deal with change. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we're
Right.
redesigning, we're redesigning the forms again to try and, because they're on 3
Yeah.
pages, to get them down to 2. But then we just have some seminars that we're gonna be going to
Yeah.
as well. But I have gone through the aquifer protection regs,
Yeah.
but I do just want to ask town council some
Yeah, yeah.
questions and get those answered prior to,
Thank you.
Got
if
it.
that's okay.
Oh, thank you, Robert.
If you're not,
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you're
didn't
not-
even think about it when I was printing it out.
No
Take care of
problem.
it. Just kind of want to resolve
No,
it
this
because
is-
it's still hanging out there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so these I'm gonna put down.
So is this all different colors? So who is what color? Looks like Okay, so mine must be the blue, because I did the
So the
pretty
red
minimal
is
change.
what town council put in, or what is this? I'm confused
The red,
on
where
that.
did the red
Yeah.
come from?
Well, I don't know, I've got pages of it, yeah,
That
that's
looks
what I
like
want to
it.
know.
Must have
town-
come from town council.
Yeah.
Or did
Yeah.
it come from Newbridge?
I'm not red, no.
No?
It didn't come from me, no.
Okay.
Is town council green?
You
Red.
agree?
I've got green. I
I've
thought
got-
town council was
This is
made
very confusing.
minimal, so wouldn't that be the green?
I've got pages
It is
of red.
minimal.
Yeah,
So on page 8, we have,
No,
Crossed,
I
but
think
that's
that was
crossed
me.
out.
No, this had to have been,
Oh, this makes no
Me.
sense to me.
this was me,
what, the red?
the green.
The green.
Let me see, if I just look at it on my computer, I can see.
Who was red?
That's what I'm looking to see. That might be me, but I didn't think that was the version that I sent. Oh my gosh.
This looks like an awful lot of changes, and I thought they were just minor.
Old Nellie here takes a minute to.
these all look like real definitions, like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which I had put into an earlier version, but I thought they all came out, but. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, where's Michael Cahill's changes?
It looks to me here like the changes that I made in response to his are the things like, let's see. Well, did Michael actually make any changes to the document? He just gave us feedback, and
I think he just gave feedback.
Yeah. Okay. So the changes that came from him were the removing of the animal welfare.
Yeah, I found it, Pam. I found the purple one that we have.
Okay. And the, no, we wanted to do the post on the Board of Health, removing exemptions, but where are they? They're on
Section
page-
8 on page 8, or, yeah.
Yeah,
page 8.
so that, right, that came from Mike Cahill. Those were perhaps the only two that came from Mike Cahill. Then our changes were to take the dollar amount out of here and then say that the dollar amount would be on.
Posted on the web.
Yeah, posted on the website.
Yep.
And
So with that dollar amount, did you determine would it be 25 still, or
I thought we had decided it would be 30.
30? Okay.
I thought I had suggested 35.
and this was our other change.
I think we,
The written
I think we
concurrence from the
sus-
property owner.
we
did,
suggested
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
35, but Bridget had said that when she
So
researched the
those, I
surrounding
thought,
towns, it
should
didn't
be the
go
only changes.
above 35 or at 35, so
I think
30,
50 ended up being,
like top,
yep.
and we thought,
You talked about, you
30.
mentioned 40 at one point. That was the
Yeah, it was
high end, since it had never been changed.
right.
I asked for 35, but you never voted on it.
No,
Yeah,
we
we
didn't,
didn't.
because we
Right.
hadn't voted on the whole thing, so what did we put?
It's been brought up a couple times.
Yeah.
but it never came to a vote.
Mr. Pompion,
Yeah. Well, Robert, why
please
don't
help us.
you stay
Come on
here
up.
and you won't have to keep jumping up and down?
Madam Chair, so the colored copy, the orange or I guess the red
Yes.
is from town council, specifically Attorney Greg Corbo.
Okay.
And a lot of the, like the definitions and so forth that he put here, recently, he had reviewed the regulations that the Board of Health had prepared and thought that they were in pretty good shape. He just recently went through this with the town of Somerset's Board of Health. So a lot of this is suggested
Okay.
language, as that Somerset's were quite comprehensive and have sort of passed the legal muster. So as council tends to do, to give you sometimes more information than one would like. But in looking at it, the red are his suggestions.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Okay.
Now that makes a
and-
little more sense.
Yes,
it does.
So I hope that helps.
Yeah, and comparing it to this document that I just found, it is in, it's different, it's moved around a little bit, shall we say.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
I asked. I
Yeah,
said,
the
"Holy
first page
heavens."
on this, Pam, to the old one, looks pretty much the same. The second page is moved, he has it moved around quite a
Yeah.
bit with,
But then-
still addressing the,
Okay, yeah. So some of these are just the same definitions.
But-
it looks like.
Yeah.
if we could go, well, all right, so I've got the first page, and then we got a blank page, okay, so this
No, this is
second
an errant page break.
Page
This will
two.
link up.
yeah.
has really nothing on it.
Yeah, it does. It's got two definitions
To
Yeah.
at the top.
horse and
Horse and
loft.
loft.
Yeah, and it's a word processing thing. Jane's just gonna need to take out the page break.
Okay,
here.
so the third, if I'm going by what Robert just said,
Yeah.
all this red is his changes, but, okay, when I get over to the fourth, is that because stall was already listed? Oh, I
No,
see.
Mary,
Yes,
you-
no.
Here's the old one compared to this
No,
one.
I'm not even going by that old one, I'm going
Okay.
with the one Robert just gave me. Now I see, he realized he has stall on page 3, and then he put it up on page 4, so he crossed that out.
No, if it already was on page 4 and he moved it, it will still show as striking it out.
So,
Right.
So just don't worry about it on page
Yeah.
4. It's not there. That's a strikeout.
6, 7.
Looking at this past document compared to this document, these things are just listed a little differently. There's no
That's what it
change.
seems like, yeah. And the
In a
wording got a
different
little more
spot.
lawyery.
Yes.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
So as far as a change per se, that's,
So the,
Yeah.
I'm on page 8. So those exemptions have already been listed someplace else, is that what you
No,
know?
the only exemption now that remains is that shall not apply to individual properties or facilities under the direct care and/or control of the MSPCA.
All right. And the, on page 9, and again, this might, the right to a hearing,
Yeah,
that's all crossed out.
right, because it looks to me like,
Well, that's what I'm saying, I haven't had a chance to read all through town council, has he got it in another place? Because if he doesn't, anybody has a right to a hearing on anything.
yeah, hang on.
They
though.
challenge
It's- It is. New wording here about
Did you-
variances.
Madam Chair,
Mr.
if you
Cronin.
look at on page 9, and this is how you can also see that it was from Somerset, 'cause- and they copied and pasted, you'll see C and D are struck out.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you'll see this regulation will be enforced by the Board of Health agent and Animal Control Officer for the Board of Health and will be subject to all
Oh,
enforcement
yeah.
rules and regulations.
Okay.
That should
Okay.
say under Ayer Town bylaws.
Okay.
And then the next
Good catch,
the
Rob.
next paragraph, which the town of Ayer through town meeting did adopt, Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 21D, which is the non-criminal disposition, which we have accepted. So to Ms.
Yeah.
Spinner's point, and she is correct, under the Ayer Town bylaws, as well as the state law, which is the non-criminal disposition, right to a hearing
Yeah.
is legally required. So in the event that the Board of Health were to enforce these regulations, the owner of said farm or facility is entitled under law to notice a public hearing, etc. And that is all spelt out in the Ayer Town bylaw as well as the criminal disposition bylaw.
So section 10 should stay in there. A right
I
to a
think he's saying
hearing.
it doesn't really have to, because it's
Let's see.
covered
Yeah,
under the town
it is
bylaws.
covered under that state.
I know, but these are our regulations.
Yeah,
So
but if it's
it
under
should
the,
be in our regulations.
Let's see.
Robert's checking.
in local and state regs.
My understanding is he struck section 10, which is the right to a hearing, because it's implied by the other two.
Yeah.
Now, ultimately, it's up to the local Board of Health how you want to write it. So, I mean, just as a suggestion, if you wanted to incorporate some of that language for clarity, you could always do that.
From the past document that was section,
Yeah, you could
10,
put,
yeah.
so with section 10, you could put after, so after, say, these two up here, right?
Mhm,
You could
yeah.
put, you know, any person or person has a right to a public hearing
Yeah.
before the Board of Health.
Okay.
I
But
understand,
I'd like to keep that.
yeah, for clarity purpose, you know, the lawyers deal with it all the time, so they know, but
Yeah,
that could be a
yeah.
good idea to just clarify.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That, so that the lay
So you
person.
keep it within enforcement.
Right.
leaving it up
Yeah.
here. Okay,
okay,
okay.
thank you.
All right. That makes sense. I like the additional language that he put in for variance. I think that
Mhm.
makes it so much clearer. Okay. Yeah, so when you look at it that way, I don't think he really did change
No, it doesn't.
a
look
lot. He,
No.
just added a bit of legalese here.
Of course.
Yeah, well, but sometimes you live or die by your legalese, I guess. Permit.
Much clearer in color, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Rob.
Sure, no problem.
So we could, this seems clear enough that if we want to, just because this has been kicking around forever.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you the truth.
And you still can't have monkeys, lions, and tigers and bears online. We could vote on this with the changes that are redlined in here, and then with that additional, change, perhaps that we, take the right to
Insert.
hearing language and move it.
Yeah,
and
I
typos
just
and so
wrote,
forth.
I just wrote under that where Robert said, insert right to a hearing from section 10 former document,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay? So when we go to, and change Ayer wherever we see
Yeah.
Somerset or
Yeah.
any other
yeah.
town in there.
There's a couple of other
Yes.
really minor things. There's a word
Yes.
missing and a typo, but
Well, why don't we get that all cleaned up and we can sign
Yeah.
it at the next
Yes.
meeting?
I've got a
What-
question from
Jane?
from the chairman to the board.
Yes,
On page 7,
okay.
number 10, Is this
Yeah.
a new,
No.
thing?
No.
So what does that mean?
Page 7,
Yes, the initial applicant application and proposed renovations shall meet and receive
you're-
zoning
I'm not
clearance
getting
I
that.
don't
from
have
the
it on
building
page 7.
department.
No, page 7?
I'm sorry, page 5 of 7.
Oh, 5 of 7, okay. And
Number 10.
Number 10, initial application and proposed renovations shall meet and receive zoning clearance from the building department.
Is that in the current regulation?
Let me see.
No.
Yes, it would be, because it's not marked anywhere as a change.
Oh,
And
they
it would
just
be under
renumbered it.
permitting?
Yeah, it was renumbered.
What does that mean in practical terms? Because I
And if
don't,
you're putting up a structure,
oh, okay.
structures, barrier structures have to meet, are subject to zoning.
Oh, okay.
So through the chair, so any building, new structure, renovation,
okay.
regardless, has to go through the
Yeah.
building commissioner, and either he'll grant it, or if he denies it, then the relief is they would go to the zoning board of appeals. But until you have zoning clearance, whether it's through the zoning board of appeals or the building commissioner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of course, that makes perfect sense. Thank you.
So
yeah.
we've got a few typos that we have to do.
Yeah, which are not a big.
But we can get a clear copy, but we could approve this tonight with town council's suggestions as presented to us.
We could, and I can work with you, Jane, if you want to I've got some pretty good notes here.
Yes, because I'm
Clean up.
not, I have to say, I'm not whiz-bang with
Well, we have this old, the,
tracked changes and
do you
stuff.
have, the?
Do
we
you want
have
me
the
to
other
do it
one.
with you?
That would be good, because
Bridget will.
this
Yeah.
this
I can
all
do it.
came in after my time. I
Yeah,
just
so
don't
if you
know how to
want,
do it
you
very
can come in,
well.
on a Monday, and we
Yeah.
can just,
Yeah,
If you
I
want the
could do
copy
that.
here that I just wrote some missing words and stuff on, you can have this copy if you want.
yeah. Yep, so we'll just basically clean it up and then,
Yeah, like one of these here, I'm not sure if that says BAM or if it says BAM, but it's because it's in squeezed together font, so
barn.
you just gotta look at it on the
Yeah,
computer.
barn.
Yeah,
Okay,
And we can give it a good going over
scrubbing.
yeah.
as far as.
So
But at least if we,
But we can still, as I was
on
going
it.
to mention, that we can, Bridget will work with Jane to clear it up, get the
Yes.
typos out, straighten everything, but we
Yeah.
can still approve it
yes.
tonight,
Yeah.
and we'll then get to sign it
We
the
can.
next time. There's
Okay.
not significant changes that
No.
would require a public hearing,
No, I don't see any. Town council didn't see any.
no.
Yeah.
So that, I was going to make that motion that we approve that then,
Okay.
with
Second.
everything I just
Yeah.
said. And also, and I know this will be on a separate sheet, won't it, with the cost of the permit. And I'd like to say that I think we shouldn't go more than 35, since it's the first change forever.
Yeah, yeah.
And see how-
Actually, that's-
Yeah.
What was it before?
It
Did
was
you say
25.
It was 25, yeah.
Yeah,
And that was back in '07?
correct.
And '07 was an accept with no changes, so I think it actually dates back to '03,
Okay.
or whenever these regs.
And
No, I
that-
think it was originally, if you look down, it was 07. 07.
Oh, is that when
we
this reg first came in?
Yes,
07.
yes.
They were
Might have
done.
worked on it a while.
Oh, okay, so the review, 2012 review.
Yes,
was- yeah, no
yes.
changes. Okay.
So that's why I said, well, to
I
35.
got
So
you,
that's my
And
whole,
that's not a piece of this document, though, that's just gonna be posted.
well, that's what we decided, didn't we? Or you decided the last time,
Yeah.
instead of having the cost of things in
Yeah,
here,
it would
to have it
appear on
on
the
a
website.
second sheet, and I think that
It's gonna
way
be on the
you
website.
can make, yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can make changes without having to keep
Yeah.
redoing the whole document.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole reason for that increase is because there is a component of this where the animal inspector needs to.
Correct.
You know,
Oh,
so
I
it's-
don't have
it's
a
to stay
problem with that
current
after,
with those costs.
from 2007 on, that's not any
One-
big thing.
One question here, though, and I don't know if this is just because of the way Somerset does it, but the enforcement here, so Board of Health agent and Animal Control Officer, is there anything in here that needs to also reflect our animal inspector?
What page is that?
It's on page 9 of 7. And that's the one that, because it appears in a line that looks like it was a cut and paste from Somerset, I'm not sure does.
Where
I
are
don't know,
you?
I mean, I
everybody
think
has
that's
a.
generally
9
how
of
we're
7.
doing it now anyway.
Yeah, but what,
Okay.
The
So
first
if,
paragraph
if-
that isn't struck out.
as it is now, if
This
there's an
regulation
issue,
will be enforced.
and the one that
Okay.
comes to mind the most, are the issues with the chickens.
Yeah,
So if we get a call or complaint about a chicken or something,
yeah,
if Julie can't go out, I'll just take a run over and look at it.
okay.
Okay, so that's all right
Okay.
then.
Yeah, I mean, that generally, and it was with the past animal control, again, she would, for the most part, do them, but if she was not available right away, and there was a neighbor or something calling, I would just go over and basically
Okay.
take notes and,
I'm thinking
Which
about that.
You've always done in the past
Yeah.
anyway, so.
No, it's not so much you, it's our animal control officer. and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it would be
inspector.
generally, it would be
Yeah.
her.
I have
Okay.
a question along those lines. In that same paragraph, this regulation will be enforced by the Board of Health agent and animal control officer. Wouldn't it be the animal inspector in this case? And here, because the animal control officer
That's what I'm wondering.
reports,
Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
reports to the,
Yeah, that's
to
what
the
I was
police.
getting at.
and I think that we would say the animal inspector, because
Okay.
Well,
that
just, that's, we can
Yeah,
just
and I
cry-
think
take
they-
out control,
Yep.
animal
Inspector.
inspector.
yes.
Okay.
Is that, what about towns do they have both? Or should it?
A lot of them have.
the other- Because, is that because that's
The
a
same person
police
does both.
function? Oh, okay, right, because it's the same person.
It's just hard getting.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Okay.
So,
So are there any more?
anything else? But I still
No,
made
I
the
think-
motion,
Yeah.
but we
can
didn't
check
have a
with council
second.
on too and just make sure that, I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference if it's, even if you added animal control / animal inspector.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right, would it really matter? Okay, all right.
Are
I
you
got it.
leaving it at inspector? On that page, we're inserting inspector, the town of Ayer, and under that next paragraph, right to a hearing from section 10, former document.
Well, if we ever were to go back to a system where we had a different animal control officer and animal inspector,
Okay.
that could be an argument for, doing like an and/or.
So
In
leave
fact,
it.
it's for the board, by the Board of Health agent, animal control officer, and/or animal inspector, so that kind of all three have the ability to enforce it. You've got somebody spelling off someone else.
So you want to leave that with a slash?
Yeah, I'm
inspector.
wondering, because we
Okay.
have
Okay.
So you
had
want-
a different one in
Okay.
the past, maybe we just should list the different positions, yeah. I don't know.
So those three
Okay.
are on page 9 of 7.
So you
Okay.
want to list the animal control and animal inspector?
Just
Is that
insert.
what-
next
Well,
to
it's
it.
like,
Or what?
yeah, or, so the Board of Health agent, animal inspector, and/or animal control.
All right, I know
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, that would.
And then this, Mary, Robert had, you had suggested to clarify.
But you,
So
I
I
gave
just
you
put
mine,
that in,
but this- yeah.
referring back to that former document.
The right to hearing.
No, this one, it would go under here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So that would be, what page was that on?
That was on, what did I say, 9? So here at the top of, it's where Somerset shows up.
9 of 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like right above that,
So are we set now?
I would say so. Jane and
Bridget's going to
are
work
gonna
with
scrub
her.
it up.
This
She's gonna-
Monday? Oh, I can't get in on Monday morning.
We have till the next.
That's all right, we can,
Yeah, if we do it.
Can we do it another,
yeah, I'll just check my schedule.
I could come in Monday afternoon.
Yeah, let me just check my schedule and we can,
Okay,
Work
figure
out.
out, yeah.
Yep.
I just remembered that.
So, okay, I didn't have a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I second with all of those changes we
Okay.
just talked
All
about.
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Okay, so that.
thank you.
That will be on
Gosh,
the
that
next
was
one.
a project.
Okay.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
Through the chairman to the board, when do these changes go into effect?
Not until after we clean it up.
Well,
and
yeah, when
we'll have it at the next, we voted it, but we won't
Yeah.
have the clean document.
But they go into effect immediately
Yes.
after being voted upon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Voted
it's
upon.
the
When are we-
$35.
Okay, when are we, is it this vote that puts them into effect or the
Correct.
next?
Yeah.
No, no,
And
we've
that's-
already
No,
put them
it's
in
this
effect.
one.
That's why
Okay,
I
so
just
now
made
they're
the
in
motion.
effect.
Correct,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. All right.
Now, one last, I promise, housekeeping question. I don't know if you've come across this in the past, Mayor, where you have a regulation and then it was reviewed on a certain date and it was revised on a certain date. What do we actually do with these? Do we keep the original with the signatures, we keep this one, and then do we do another page that expands this? They were adopted on this date, went into effect.
can you just add it down the bottom there? And keep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because this looks like it was a signature page for, like, should this be filled in with
So this will be,
1/9/2012? And is there a signed copy from 1/9/2012?
Well, I haven't
There
been up
should
there,
be a-
but there should be.
a signed, yeah, there should be a signed copy from
Well, look in the book. It'll be in there.
2012 and then,
So I would
So they
say
were still adopted on, went into effect.
They're right in the
changes,
front.
July 9th.
Revised on, and then that becomes tonight,
yes.
right?
I made a sheet for this, so Pam,
So I would think,
You did,
Pam,
okay.
I did. I've got
After-
a sheet to
Okay, got it.
sign.
Okay. Okay.
once we have one and if we
A signature.
look
Yeah.
at it, we can just add a signature page, a new one, wouldn't
Yeah.
you say so, Robert?
It's in the,
Okay.
So we'll create a new
Materials
signature
for the-
page.
Because our
Put this on it.
regulations aren't that old. that
No.
They've gone through 3-4, revisions
I don't know where
yet,
all this
so.
stuff
Yep.
is. Here it is.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah, this one.
Well, that was probably my 15 minutes of battery, so.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm down to now.
All right. So. Next,
Okay.
on the agenda, Aquifer Protection District Health Regulation.
Well, that's Bridget,
That's-
still
I'm gonna-
working on
yeah,
We're
that.
gonna work on that,
That's a
and
little
this
more
is,
time.
oh,
But the well moratorium is one that we could next week, and we could vote tonight if we need to, or vote next week, to just do another one of those, reviewed with no changes,
Oh,
or reaffirmed or
we're not
whatever
gonna
on-
change this
No, no, we're
because
not.
And
EPA and
that is in
everything
there too.
has
that
told us
page.
not
The
not
Oh,
to
okay,
change
the-
these.
like the
Yeah.
reaffirmation page?
that's the
Okay.
signature page, but the,
For each of them.
yeah.
So, we'll just get through this very quickly because that was a special,
Yep,
one.
that one's not changing.
Yeah, May 21st, 2013, that it actually was adopted. So I would make a motion that the moratorium on groundwater wells in the town of Ayer, as decided by the state and federal people and adopted 5/6/13, remains in effect.
With no changes.
None
Reaffirmed, no
whatsoever.
changes.
No changes.
Okay, I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving right along at a snail's pace.
Okay.
I know.
All right, so.
All right. What's the
Board of Health
next?
material that's.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm sorry about the inspection report being 3 pages, the new one. It's not blocking my view.
Yeah.
And Bridget, did you, I'm sure you did, look at the outdoor wood burning?
Yeah, I don't think we need to make any changes.
Any changes,
But
that's
I'll
what I
just
said.
again recon,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that and floor drains
Yeah.
feels like another one that we could probably kill off easily.
Yeah.
Like just do doesn't need any changes, it's still.
I mean, the floor drains pertain to the facilities that have septic,
Yeah,
and there aren't that many, so
yeah,
we're sort of case by case going through that
yeah.
as things come in, but
And I
there aren't a lot.
I did email Mark Wetzel and say, can you just let me know if there's anything really new in the
Yeah.
world of floor drains and.
Well, were we going to put the aquifer protection language in that? Were we talking about that?
I think we're gonna strike out some stuff in the aquifer protection regs, just that don't need to be there as far as special permits.
But I thought we
That
were
would-
going to put some mention in the floor drains.
I don't think we need to, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
That's why I'm just sort of, there's.
Because we
going through
discussed
them,
it before.
It's, I think it would just be easier to make the changes in the aquifer protection
Okay.
and
Yeah.
keep the floor drains the way that they are.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion, but.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it the last time. It came up and we discussed a little bit about putting some aquifer protection language in the floor drain.
Yeah, I mean, I just, after looking at them, it's probably just better to deal with the aquifer protection regs, keep the floor drain regs the way
Yeah.
that they are, and
Okay.
then take it from there. That would be my suggestion.
through you.
Is,
Reasonable.
yeah, I've just a quick question through the chair about aquifer protection, by the way. Is Elm Street in the aquifer district?
Yes.
Where's refresh me?
Elm is, if you go down East Main Street where it splits to go up to the bridge, but
Yep.
then you go straight and you take a left and it's one of the streets that goes down, Prospect dead ends at it and it goes down to Grove.
I believe part of it is
Down that
anyway.
way.
Because I saw there was,
Yes,
yeah, a special.
I believe that's in our zone too.
Yeah, and that one I noticed the information for the hearing to do something.
That's
to-
zone,
to
in fact,
the
I
property.
think that's zoning for,
Was that the one where they're adding a screen porch?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
and it-
wouldn't be a violation of your,
But did that come
yes.
to us for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you signed that one?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, cool.
That one I signed, and I don't remember if it was to go to Carly or to Heather, but I make copies and then I give Jean
Yeah.
notes.
Okay.
it's
But yeah.
that, they're
just
just
wanna make sure
adding
we're
a
seeing
porch. I
those.
thought they were adding they were making a 2-family into a 3-family, someone said to me.
That was someplace else, I
I
think.
don't know. I remember the porch and it had to do with the setback from the
Yeah.
property
Okay.
line on the screen
All right.
porch.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you saw it,
Yep.
Bridget.
Okay, yeah, that's more why I asked, because I just wanted to make sure we were seeing those in some way, that there's still some
Yep.
mechanism.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's something there.
Excuse me.
in- No, no, sure.
Robert, just while you're here, on this new moratorium or this bylaw for the marijuana, what do you, I presume Bridget will be asked, but what exactly are we looking for in that? I was a little confused when it was quickly stated at the selectmen's meeting. What do we hope?
So, right now, as you know, the town of Ayer has no control with respect to this recreational marijuana. And what I mean by control is zoning and so forth. So, the only thing we've limited it to one facility.
Okay,
And one of the challenges, like we discussed last time, is the Cannabis Commission is, when you mentioned snail's pace earlier, has released all these other uses. Like, for example, there's going to be transport, delivery,
Yeah.
cafe. So
Right,
there's all,
right.
so, and So we need to, as a town, and it'll ultimately be up to town meeting, is decide what we want in the bylaw or what we don't want. And so to facilitate the process, I put together initially an internal group, which Bridget is on, for the Board of Health, the town planner, so internal departments to at least put together a framework. Then what I envision is with that, obviously the Board of Health will play a role in that, planning, zoning, and the BOS will get that information. I foresee some level of a presentation to the Board of Health, at least on the applicable parts. And our goal is, the selectmen have called a special town meeting for Monday, June 10th, for this to be one of the items, because I'm sure, as the board can appreciate, these issues generate a lot of discussion. We want to make sure we have all of the outreach and the presentation correct, and that there's ample time at town meeting to discuss it. So the first meeting, I think, is next week of the internal group to get all of the information, which we will get to the Board of Health as we go through the process. And I envision coming before you at some point in the process to further discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see that our recreational facility, there was in the Fitchburg Sentinel, there was an article about the upcoming opening, and it's supposed to be in the spring. So that would coincide.
So we have, and I'm actually going to report this to the Board of Selectmen tomorrow night. We've met with Mr. Hillier. He intends to open in the first quarter of 2019. So by March 1st, he's shooting for February. It's contingent upon the Cannabis Commission's final inspections and so forth. We met with him internally last week to discuss public safety issues such as traffic plan and security plan and so forth, because his security plan not only has to be approved by the Cannabis Control Commission, but also the police chief and the fire chief. So we're going to meet again the beginning of February, but he is, and I saw that article as well, they had a job fair, I think was held in Fitchburg, and they were represented there. So it's coming up soon on that end. So yeah, the bylaw will look at all these other, functions, labs and so forth, and what we want to, because right now it's sort of all over the place.
Yeah.
But that prior grower has pulled out, but of course
Correct. So
anybody could-
as it stands, if the board will recall, they did give a letter, the Board of Selectmen gave a letter of intent quite some time ago for this 7 Point out of Chicago that wanted to build a grow facility only. They have since withdrawn. So right now, as it stands, it's the medical and the one retail location, which is set by town meeting on the one, but we have to look at all of these other zoning issues or,
Because it seems to be exploding
yes.
as far as some are
Yes.
growing,
It's a
some
lot
are
of money in
traveling.
there.
There's a lot more to
It's
take into consideration
cafes
than
and everything, and everybody's salivating at how much money the towns
Yeah.
are going to get.
Well,
Well,
not
as
just
the-
the towns, everybody.
As the board is adopted by town meeting, the town of Ayer will get 3% of all sales.
Yeah.
And I just read an article, Madam Chair, recently that they predict by 2030, sold cannabis to be close to an $80 billion
Wow.
industry. Not just obviously in Massachusetts,
gosh.
but
Yeah.
the facility that opened in Leicester did $2 million in 5 days.
Wow. Oh, my God.
So
And that's not to be in the same as the medicinal, that's a different.
that was
That's
recreational.
That's just
Yeah.
recreational. Medicinal is a separate
Mhm.
entity in itself, so.
So is there full approval at the state level for the recreational, or is that
For him?
still, yeah?
For he's pending approval from them.
Okay.
He indicated to us that the building is just about completely done.
Still in
Yeah.
the process.
He is looking, which I'm sure he'll communicate through Bridget and the fire chief to this board, eventually
Yeah.
using the kitchen or the kitchen component. Initially, he doesn't need that to open, but he did
Yeah.
indicate that he would like the kitchen, and I know that would be subject
Bring
to,
it.
yeah, subject to Board of Health approval in the Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but, we have also, and he's going to take under, advisement, he's not required to do this by the state or the town, but we had suggested maybe as he gets closer to opening, because he did a very good job over here with
Yes,
his
he
public
did.
outreach, is
Yeah.
hosting a public sort of forum before he opens, sort of as to what to
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
and what it is and what it isn't, because
Yeah.
you have to go through the security is, so I
Yeah.
think he seemed
Yeah.
amenable to that. I can't speak for him, but it's coming soon.
But there's never been a problem with his
I
Right.
actually just inspected the one,
ever.
the medical facility a couple of weeks ago, and working across the street from it, there's never been an issue.
No.
Yeah.
But inspecting it, the same thing. It's very well run.
Mhm.
He does a
Wow.
very good job, and the security getting in, even for me, was pretty intense.
Wow. That's phenomenal, considering that wasn't, really his, I don't know, his background or his,
Well,
his-
He's done a good job.
He did.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
really,
he
and
did.
like I said, working across the street, directly across the street,
yeah,
there's never been any issue.
yeah.
And he's always very welcoming anytime you have to go do an inspections. People have, in other towns, have asked me, if possible, can they go in, with me to do an inspection, just to see what it's like. And he's always been very accommodating.
Is that something that, now that there's places open where they have to be inspected, is it a separate kind of an education for you versus going into a kitchen where there's food prepared? There's a whole different set of
It's a
regs
whole, it's so for us, it's the same regs. They just, it's sort of, it's run more like a hospital. It's, it's top notch. There's one in Littleton that I also inspect as well, and again, everything is highly regulated, and it is extremely clean.
Wow.
You don't go in there without cleaning your shoes. You have to wear hairnets, gloves.
I would imagine it'd be like that compounding center. If something goes awry and something gets a little bit of mold on it or
It is
anything,
amazing. Everything is measured
That's a
and
good
accounted
point.
for,
Yeah.
and it's quite fascinating. But again, like I said, he's been very forthcoming, and
He's been a good neighbor.
yes,
Yeah.
there has literally been no.
He was before he opened. He
Mhm.
had umpteen open houses where you could go in, and
Yeah.
he did the whole process and everything.
I went to a Saturday seminar at, it was at Bunker Hill Community College, but it was co-hosted by the psychiatry department at Mass General and Harvard School of Medicine, and the seminar was very interesting, but I was just blown away by how much research he had done
Mm-hmm.
and how knowledgeable he was.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
We anticipate the largest challenge, at least initially, will be the traffic.
yeah.
And that we
Yeah.
have been in contact with Mass DOT as well, because as the board knows, it's technically a state highway, and he's
Yeah.
working very closely with the chiefs and the DPW. Is very sensitive to the
Yeah.
fact that there is still only so few, even when he opens by March throughout the Commonwealth. We
Yeah.
want
I bet.
we have traffic challenges as it is
Yeah,
out there, so
I bet
that's, he's very sensitive to being a good
Yeah.
neighbor and really working on the traffic plan, and he's committed to, if he needs additional details or so forth at his cost, we have to, so.
He's
Yeah.
probably gonna use the same model. I remember after the mess in Leicester,
Yeah,
then when they opened in Salem,
yes,
Wareham, they finally
Yeah.
smartened up and gave out appointments.
appointments.
So the
That's what-
father's showing up and waiting in line.
that's what he,
Yeah.
And that's what
I think
makes
that's
it work.
the
Yeah.
system is, it's
So-
gonna be by appointments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He said that
Mhm.
before when he did a little program
Yep.
upstairs.
Yeah.
And he also said that it's not, you're not gonna go in and go, I want one of those, one of those, one of
No.
those, and leave. It's gonna be a 15 to 20-minute process from inside the door, then you wait, then you get in here and you
Yeah.
wait, then you go over here and you wait. So it's not gonna be like like drive-through at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Pick out what you
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
It's far
Right.
from it,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I don't want to hold
Thank
you
you.
up, we're going to open mail and do
Yay.
minutes, and thank you for coming.
you.
And
Thank you.
Yes,
listen
thank
forward
you.
on
Thank you.
that.
And,
Thank
and
you.
email me tomorrow when
I
you
will.
can, we can
I
get
just-
together. Monday mornings aren't good,
Okay.
but Monday
That's fine.
afternoon is fine.
I think Monday afternoon will work.
Okay.
I just have to check. I do have some seminars coming up, so.
Okay.
Monday a holiday?
Oh, yeah, not this
Oh,
Monday.
not this one.
Yeah,
maybe this
Day. Robert,
Yeah.
if you're,
We'll figure it out.
if,
Yeah.
I know sometimes there's an
Or
advantage
just
to
pop
keeping a
over
group
when I'm here.
small and
Mhm.
focused, but if you need
See
a
you.
board
Thank you.
representative for any, of this stuff, let me know, and I will ask
All right,
my colleagues if they would be
And
be willing
I
to allow me
appreciate
to
that, and through the
represent them.
chair, so we're gonna have this first meeting, like I said, next week, and the intent of the meeting is to just get all of the information, if you will, together in some type of framework, because there's so much, organized, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I would like that to go to all of the boards, including this board, and I have no problem coming at a future date, or through Bridget or what have you,
Yeah.
to get your input. But
Yeah.
yes, let's,
Okay.
because it's all new territory, but it has to be a town effort. It
Yeah,
touches upon
does.
all of the disciplines, Board of Health, zoning, plan,
Yeah, it
across the
does.
spectrum,
It does.
public safety.
It does.
And we also want to ensure that there's adequate public outreach
Yeah.
and information,
Yeah.
including at the town meeting itself, which is, believe me, I don't generally ask the Board of Selectmen to call a special town meeting.
Yeah.
But we have been advised by the Cannabis Control Commission and the Attorney General and so forth that
Yeah.
you really need to get this in place, for the summer. Because some
Yeah.
people said to me,
Yeah.
well, why don't you wait till the fall? Which normally the
Yeah.
fall would be an appropriate type of town meeting for this. But we really, for July 1st, they've been telling us, and we're not
Yeah.
alone on
Yeah.
this. So yes, we will definitely keep you in the loop, get you that
Okay.
information, and we will move forward in that. That's the plan.
Is this something that other towns that we know about have used, like similar models, gotten committees?
Yes.
But you said it's being suggested from the state level that you,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
being suggested from the state level that I think we can all agree that this sort of, the cart went before the
Yeah.
horse, in the sense that the
Yeah.
state knew the ballot had legalized it,
yeah.
and look how long it took to put the commission together.
nothing.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
what we're being told is we don't have the proper legal and regulatory framework to deal with all of these other functions. In other words, we
Yeah.
have limited
Yeah.
it to one retail.
Yeah.
And that limit stands right now. Now,
Yeah.
that could be amended, it'd have to be amended by town meeting,
Yeah.
could change that.
Yeah.
And we have one medical. But then the issue is, somebody wants to do a courier service as one of the categories.
Right.
Another is laboratories
Yeah.
and so forth. If somebody wanted to put one of these in the central business district,
Yeah. The cafes.
and then there's the
Yeah.
issue of the cafes,
Yeah.
which gets into some of the health things with
Yeah.
eateries and so forth. So it's just an
Yeah.
enormous amount of information on a tight window. So what we thought is internally at least get it organized, get it to all the boards. And if we have to have we may have to have some joint meetings as well, open session meetings with the boards to figure it out. Some of the things are pretty clear.
Yep.
Others, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of making it up
Yeah.
as you go along with some of the new things that are popping up. So.
And unfortunately, this will be one of those bylaws when printed in the warrant that will make tonight's exercise look easy. Meaning,
Yeah.
and then there's so
Right,
much
right.
information
Yeah.
the voter to digest, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we
Yeah,
will,
exactly.
we'll touch base after next week and we'll keep it.
So the
keep it going.
June 10th, is that more
That's
of
a special town meeting, so.
And is that to vote on anything, or
Oh,
is it
yeah.
Yeah, so-
informational?
No,
No,
it's the
no,
vote.
that's the vote.
Okay.
So we have to get
Oh.
going, so.
Yeah.
So, yes, the intent is, because
Okay,
it's a
gotcha.
it's a bylaw, if you will, so it requires
Yeah.
a 2/3
Yeah.
vote of, at least the zoning
gotcha.
components would
I
be
think there'll
2/3.
be tons of questions.
Right,
Yeah.
and so if we
Yeah.
put that on the annual town meeting where there's already at least 30 articles with the budget, it would get put at the end.
Yeah.
And then things
yeah.
get crazy.
Yeah.
It needs to stand on its own, and that was the thinking, of the Board of Selectmen, so
Yep.
before everybody breaks for the summer,
It is
we're
worth
gonna
its
need them
own.
on
Yeah.
Monday, June 10th,
Yeah.
so.
I hope
That's a
you'd
good
wait
point.
for that other one until the fall, that form base.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's looking that
Yeah,
way.
Because I think this one, because you're reading that all communities are trying to come up with something
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
with regards to all this. I know
Yeah.
Lowell, you can imagine, they can do so many more. And
Yep.
Yep.
there's
we
how many
received,
schools they have in Lowell, so that you
Yeah.
don't want anything near there, so.
we receive calls to the town hall weekly about something related to
Really?
cannabis, yeah.
Mhm.
And it finally, it's taken about a year, I guess, for word to get out that the town, through town meeting, has limited it to one, you know what I'm saying,
Okay,
on the
yeah.
retail, but we get calls about courier, delivery, and all of these
Wow.
different type
Huh.
of things, and so,
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be the next thing,
thank you.
Yep.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you very
Thank you
much,
for coming
All
in.
Robert.
right, okay,
Have a
have a
good
nice
night. The,
night and Happy New Year.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
too.
Thanks
That's
for
right,
the
it
color
is
coding.
another
You really
holiday.
did it up.
Thank you.
It is
Good
another
night.
All
holiday
right.
next week, I forgot about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
This is a crazy month.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Okay, so.
get going on. What was, okay, so we have a few things from Bridget. We have a transmittal form just for, the vineyard on Park Street. License.
Oh, I think that's, he's gonna be next week at the town.
What's he doing?
Well, remember when
Yeah.
he got permission, remember, to do full alcohol,
Yeah,
correct?
all
Oh,
alcohol
yeah, yeah, yeah,
beverage package store off-premise
All right,
license
gotcha.
pursuant, so
Yeah.
that's coming up.
I see.
Then there's one for Neshoba Medical.
Inspection.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the 3-page form, just.
Yeah. And just a permit to operate for Bobby Breakup for Neshoba Club.
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
a
That's the
renewal
usual
thing.
kind of stuff. And McDonald's, what is this? Equipment and utensils, 25. Ice machine, constant dripping, very minor.
Like everybody's ice machine drips. It seems like that's always listed on.
Okay, we were gonna do the minutes.
Oh,
Yeah?
Or do you wanna finish the, we can do mail next? Yeah, we have to go back to that. We have to go back to the minutes.
is that all the, that's all the Neshoba?
That's the Neshoba stuff,
Okay.
then this is, mail. You
Alright.
wanna do mail last and get the minutes done?
Yeah, I was just going
All right.
to
Okay.
go with the,
Yeah.
Let's see.
This looks reasonable.
so I would make a motion to approve the minutes of December 10th, 2018.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's hard to believe that it's We're almost halfway through the first month of this year.
I know this one fast.
Oh, my God.
Hasn't-
This is the
I
last
know, it's amazing.
nuts.
year of the teens.
I know, I
That's
just feel
right.
like,
That scares me.
Yeah.
Remember when it was gonna change to the 2000s and people were
Oh,
buying generators?
Jesus.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
nephew went out and bought a generator.
Everybody
yeah.
thought everything
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
going to
Crazy.
Everything was gonna grind to
disappear.
a halt.
Yes,
Ugh.
and for,
but I do get stuck sometimes. I was talking about being 1919 and I heard myself, I said 1919.
yeah, it sounds funny.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So
Next
Jane,
year's 2020.
I know. You were right, the Elm Street, there is a special permit. This is Elm Street, 10 Elm Street, Andrew Boucher, seeking
Yeah.
2 variances.
What are
Okay.
the two?
Pre-existing non-conforming property pursuant to air zoning bylaws, dimensional requirements, conversion of 2-unit residence to 3. I know where this
Oh,
is.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
into 3.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But that
just
was
a
separate.
porch.
And it's the screen porch thing, was that the other?
Yeah, allow for a
Yeah.
3-foot side setback where 10 feet is required, construction of a screen porch.
Yeah.
And then, Pam, we got another book from,
Oh,
The
on
RAB.
the RAB, yeah.
and the next meeting is January 24th.
It'd be interesting to see if EPA is open.
Well, it says RAB members and interested public. RAB meeting is scheduled for Thursday, January 24th at 6:30 at the Devon's Commerce Center in Devon's. The meeting will provide the following informational briefings. It will provide an update on the CER CLA remedial investigation for per and polyfluoro PFAS
Yeah.
at former Fort Devens, including current schedule and priorities, and it will provide a briefing on the latest drinking water test results for PFAS from the Ayer and Devens public water supply wells and system. We encourage you to attend this forum to gain an additional perspective. So I will try and go to that.
Okay.
I think
Through the
we need to-
chairman
Yes.
to the board, I just received a electronic copy of that book.
Oh.
From Jim Rob.
Rob,
Yeah.
Right.
yes.
And I've already sent it over to Cindy to put it on our website.
Oh, thank you,
Perfect.
Jane. Yeah, we talked about that last
Great.
week, because you had said, you remembered there were always, they used to
Yeah.
send CDs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't this last time,
Yeah.
so I contacted him and he
Good,
sent a link, or whatever,
Oh.
so I sent it off to
Right
Cindy.
here.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you had got it,
Yep, it's right here.
because we met on the 3rd, and I figured that Jim would get it over.
Yeah, here, Mary just wanted to know about the budget report.
But is that this year's?
Okay.
This is, what's it say? Board of Health.
Is that?
Yes, 12/6. Yeah, I think it is. See the dates.
No, if it's 12/6,
Wait.
no. We had our executive board meeting on,
1/7/2019, Town of Air budget report.
if
The
it's
7th.
1/7, let me
Yeah,
just
the
make sure.
7th.
Yeah,
Yep. And it has a breakdown, supplies, office,
wait a minute.
barn inspector.
12, wait a minute, I'm looking here to see.
Bless you.
Bless you. I can't figure out what this is.
Excuse me.
No, this looks like last year's.
Here. Do these numbers look?
Oh, this is
Right
what
here.
you had.
This is the last page.
Okay.
2,600.
No, 2,600.
That's the,
Oh, that's the one just for the animal inspector.
right.
Yeah.
So that's the animal inspector. I'm
Yeah.
talking about
'Cause
the
they're two
Neshoba
different
Associated Board of
budget.
Health.
No.
That's what I was trying to
Well,
get
there's
to.
Neshoba
Okay.
Nursing Service,
But,
Neshoba Board of Health, not Associated Boards of Health. This is
Okay.
just the Board of Health.
No, there's three.
No, no,
The
it's
third
Isn't
one
it a
is-
line item?
Wait a minute.
No, it is on there. One of those sheets
We
is.
voted on the 3rd of this month, we had.
Yep.
And that's, we haven't
So you
met
have your
since then.
rates.
And I wanted to make sure that you had our new figures. That's why I was trying to give this to you.
What is the date on that? It may be, this may be later than that.
This
I mean,
one is
earlier.
dated, this one is dated the 7th of January, 2019. Town of Air Budget Report, accounts for general fund, barn inspector,
No.
Board of Health secretary, that kind of.
No, but
That's
there's.
got nothing
there-
to do with the
it
show
does.
associated
No, it
with.
does.
no.
Okay, just take that
It
and make
does.
sure it's, well, we
Here.
don't have to,
Here,
That-
no, 99, here, this. Here, right here, Neshoba Nursing Service. This is an ABOH, Nasosa.
That's what
This
I
is-
said, the nursing service, that's part of it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's what you were asking about, right?
that, I said this,
That's it.
I'm just looking to make sure that you have the new figures, is what I
Do those
said.
match?
I can't make any,
You
I
want me
have
to
no
read
idea
those-
what
that
this
for
is.
you? I can read it for you.
That,
Okay. Neshoba Nursing Services. Available budget is $2,197.64. Revised budget is $8,789.
I am-
Original appropriation.
I am trying to give you, not this year's, I'm trying to give you the 2020.
But that's not what that is.
No.
That's our,
No.
this is what we have
Okay.
spent. So this
That's
is where you
correct, that's why I
stand.
was trying to give you,
Yeah.
remember when we were doing the budget?
Yeah.
And I said, we'll be voting it at our next meeting. That's what
It
that
doesn't
sheet
Karen
is.
just call and
Huh?
automatically and get those numbers?
Jim
or-
usually sends it over, but I said in case he hadn't, he's been up to his eyeballs and stuff going
So-
on, that's why I gave you that.
All right, so Mary, I'm gonna put this,
That goes into the budget
Right.
for next year.
okay,
That, remember, you had received, we had received the budget,
We already put that in though.
but you didn't put this in because we didn't have these
No,
figures,
you're
is what
saying
I'm giving
Turned
you.
it in.
No, you didn't.
Well,
You
okay,
did not-
I did except for that, and I talked to Lisa about that, and we can put them in, so I will
I
let
know
her
we can put them in. I'm saying we didn't have these figures though because we just voted them on the 3rd.
Okay, well, now that I have the figures, or you're giving, I can contact her and we can put those in, and I'll do that tomorrow.
all right, so that's going there. That is the thing we already talked about. This is the thing from the Army. And I am losing my voice.
I know.
There's something in here.
It's dry.
Well, there is something, because my nose just started dripping.
EPA, December 26th, this is Nasoya. Mass DEP, Bureau of Air Waste has received a request to terminate plan approvals as the approved equipment. I think we already read this one. And there
What's
were,
the
there
date?
were some complaints on that, December 26th. I remember that, was right after Christmas, they had a couple of complaints
Yeah, but
about
we
it.
haven't met since then, so we
No.
wouldn't have heard
Yeah.
this.
There has received a request to terminate plan approvals as the approved equipment has been decommissioned. These plan approvals were transferred to Nasoya on April 30th. Limited plan approval issued July 28th for the 2 boilers is terminated as those emission units, have been removed. Limited plan approval was issued for the Okara dryer and associated baghouse is terminated as the equipment is no longer operating. So I'm wondering if that had anything to do with that. There was a couple of complaints right after Christmas.
I have
Switching
no
If
things
idea.
that's coming out from
Yeah.
DEP on December, I would guess that was stuff that got submitted to them
Okay.
probably quite a bit before
All
that.
right. So, that's that. EPA stuff from Robert Simeon. Shepley's Hill operable unit, groundwater extraction and treatment system. This is all RAB stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that I'd love to go to that meeting. I haven't been to one in a while, and if it's going to address the air wells, I think we
Yeah.
need to.
I'm still stuck with my Thursday
Yeah.
class, so I really appreciate them.
Okay.
trying
No
to do
bills.
that.
No bills.
Always good.
If real life could only be as carefree.
Oh, I know.
It's a DEP site inspection of the air fire station. No violations.
Would hope not.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just a reminder from the Army Corps of Engineers.
What are they reminding us of?
Let's see. FY29, oh, this is to Julie. Appropriations bill for DOD was passed by Congress back in June, so the shutdown is not impacting the USACE or our contractors.
Oh, okay.
This is to Julie Corenz
Coisenwick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Bob
Yeah.
Simeon. Okay.
Okay, good. Good. So the shutdown didn't affect at least the
Yeah.
Corps of Engineers work on that. That's good.
Try and keep all this BRAC stuff together. And other than that,
So
so Mary.
next time, we're just pretty much going to,
Oh, yeah. So
Follow
action
up.
items for that, you want to put, we're going to look at we're going to have our cleaned up copy of the
yeah,
animal
I mean,
rights.
we've already voted it.
Ah,
We'll
right,
just
yeah.
be
So we need to
official
sign that.
signing
And-
it. And
Yeah.
any follow-up, I'd be interested if there's any follow-up on that housing case. This
Yes.
is just
That's crazy.
bothers the heck out of me that from 2013, and here we are, and it's early in 2019, and we've got the same tenant living in those conditions.
According to Bridget, that said tenant went back in there.
No, she never left.
Well,
Right.
she
She
was
never
supposed to.
left.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
how
saying.
they can condemn a building and leave the guy who's living downstairs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't know
that
you
didn't make
could
any
condemn one
But-
piece of a building.
Yeah, they're not condemning the building.
But
they're
see, we
condemning
don't
the
even,
unit.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's
it's
an
not
odd
the landlord
situation.
has Scott or left. So
I know.
It's very odd.
And we have that a lot where, you remember when we had a lot of trash issues across the street here? And it was a case of, okay, this person is the agent,
Yep.
and we could never get the name
That was
of
up
who.
near my old office.
No, no,
building up
I'm
there, we
talking
had the
right
same
here, right
situation.
across.
Yeah, but it was a similar thing, because you're dealing with a
But-
bank or an agent.
We had this one and another one,
Yeah.
and it was 3 in town.
Yeah.
And Bridget contacted the real estate agent, who never would give her the owner's name or the bank name, but they're always out of state,
Yeah.
and that's why it takes so long. So I think,
Yep.
and I've said this before, often people think when they call you about a violation, that certainly within 48 hours it'll be corrected. And
Yeah.
in fact, when we first did this one, which she said in 2013, is when we were also vigorously involved in 65 West Main Street.
Yep.
So, you know, it's
But
an
that's-
awful situation, but the law moves very slowly, and especially when you don't even know who the owner is. And, you know, Bridget
Yeah.
had to go down to the Registry of Deeds
Yeah.
and research this to see if she could find anything. And could find
Yeah.
nobody, but I think this owner, shall we say, travels a lot. We'll leave it at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, that's true, and that's
Yeah.
why there's a bank, but
Yeah.
when you don't have a landlord, you don't pay rent. So
Right.
that's what makes that an attractive place to live, even if you don't have kids.
Well, you know what, what bothers me, Pam, is I don't understand how people how word gets out that these places, you can basically squat, I guess.
Well,
You
I
know?
think she was there
I
already.
think she was, yeah, a legitimate tenant from back when there probably was a different arrangement.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so from
No,
way
she was
back.
living there when
She
they
was there in
had the.
2013.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was there then.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So she's still, she just stayed. But there was no follow-through. That's what's,
Yeah.
you know, you make these requirements and then shouldn't you check to make sure that they're complied with or something? Because she was asked to leave, to vacate. I
She
think.
was?
No, I don't.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
no.
That wasn't a vacation.
I
No.
thought- oh,
She
I thought-
called
she had
about some,
called,
she
right.
called about some things,
Yeah.
but she never was asked to vacate.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
So, because she called me last week,
The tenant for this
Yeah.
one, yeah.
or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, last week.
I forgot one piece that was just, had to do with the DPW. They received a permit application for approval of the pilot study to evaluate the use of a granular activated carbon exchange resin media for the removal of.
Oh, that's for the
Oh.
PFAS.
So they're doing a
yeah.
study for the PFAS. They're
Yeah.
gonna try,
Mm-hmm.
and
Try to filter it.
granular activated. I
Yeah.
remember they had talked about that in one of those meetings, so
Yeah.
that was the one piece I forgot. to
Wait till
mention.
we get our water and sewer rates after this goes through, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I know. Yep.
okay. And I'll put your stuff, Mary, on the top, the budgetary.
Yeah. So, for next time, we'll just kind of do the routine stuff and go through.
Yes, we're gonna address, we don't have to, for the action items for next time, just, we're gonna get the cleaned up copy for the animal regs.
Mhm.
And is there anything else that anyone can think of putting on there?
No,
We're gonna sign that,
Yeah,
the
but
well,
that's-
Oh,
updating the
yes.
well moratorium
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
right?
and for the next meeting after the January 28th, February is the 11th or whatever it is, Joan Hamlet is going to be
Oh, yeah.
coming. I reached out to
Oh,
her.
okay.
And she'll come in and talk to us about we have a regulation in there about smoking in public places
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Okay.
so I did reach out to her, and she'll be joining us, I believe, the first meeting in February.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. So that's gonna be about public smoking and vaping and,
Yeah.
okay.
When I got my membership today from American Lung, they specified that how many young people were using the Juul
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how terrible it is. I quite agree.
Yep. Yeah.
And they have absolutely blasted the airwaves and the radio. Everybody apparently is using the Juul now because they have just
Yeah.
paid for airtime everywhere.
Yeah, they know how to market this stuff.
Oh, they sure do.
It's turned into a verb. It's
Oh.
dueling now.
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess so. So
Yep.
are we all set?
I believe so.
All right,
That's all I
then.
have in front of me.
I would make a motion to adjourn this everlong meeting.
I'll second that.
All right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
So